Hi, Denzel.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
My pleasure.
So with the Equalizer 2, obviously we all know it's your first sequel and Anton's first sequel directing. So
Oh, it is, huh? That's right. It is his first sequel.
So how much did you guys work together to kind of feel how the Equalizer 2 was going to come out?
I left them alone. Once the studio, once the audiences, and once the studio decided they wanted to make another one, I said, yeah, okay, well, go write it. See you in a year or two. And so I didn't really deal with it. I imagine he was, working constantly with a writer, and they brought me the script. I was like, oh, no, okay. I like the world, I like the relationship part of the story. Without giving things away, I was saddened by the loss that takes place in the story, but it was a story, I was about to say separate and equal. It was that's terrible. It was a story separate and equal from the first film.
Yo, Mr. McCall.
This won't need a paint job.
Yeah, it does.
I could do it for you.
How much?
$115.
All right, I'll make a deal with you. $115 with a book. You read that, we got a deal.
Obviously in the film, Robert has his reading list of 100 books before you die. Did you have much input into those, into the ones that were
The book
placed?
that I give Ashton in the film, Between the World and Me, was a book that I got from Ta-Nehisi, the writer. I met him one night when he was having dinner with Ryan Coogler. I guess they were working on something. I didn't know anything about the book. I'd heard about it, but I didn't know about it. And he told me it was a story about coming of age in your teenage years and a black kid in the inner city. I was like, can I put it in a movie? Since my character reads books. He's like, yeah, Mr. Washington, yeah. So not only did I put it in a movie, I put it in Miles's hand. Not to say, oh, here, read a book and you'll be fine, but you're not alone.
And how much of those books have you read?
None. Don't bother with that. No. Invisible Man, yeah, for sure, yeah. A couple of them. What's up, Miles? Where are you?
And that's your crib?
What's all that barking?
Yo, I think I hear somebody outside your door.
Tell me what you see.
Miles.
There's, again, without trying to give too much away
Right.
for people, I notice there's a lot of moments where just before something happens, you're taking off your hat seems to be a big thing. Did you kind of think about that in the film? Or?
Well, you got to take off your hat. You got to be a gentleman before I destroy you. I must, shouldn't. That's only fair. It's only right. Oh, you mean like in the car? Well, that one I remember because it's anticipating what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where else did I take it off?
At the beginning? There's quite a few times.
You mean the kufi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like that's what it is. Being a gentleman before you destroy someone.
I'll give you one last chance.
They were coming after you, Mac.
They're cleaning up. Nobody's safe.
If they're highly trained, just like you.
It's a mistake to go to war with him.
They took my friend.
Unleash the beast mode.
They're going to war with me.
And I know it touches on it very slightly, but this idea of maybe the Equalizer, Robert being a bit of a superhero. How do you feel about that?
Well, that's something someone says about him. I don't think he looks at himself that way. And, yeah, sure, fine. Beats a sharp stick in the eye.
You're happy with that title?
Well, you mean...
You'd be happy with people thinking you're a superhero in that film?
That's not what it is. That's what he says.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with whatever they say. Yeah. I'm not happy with whatever they say. but that it's interesting that I've been hearing that a lot about the superhero, but because I forgot. But that's what he says, or that's how he feels. So they're talking about the character of Miles, and I pray we can all have that effect on the youth, that they think that way about us.
Show yourself and I won't kill the kid.
Is this what you want?
I'm gonna kill each and every one of you.
We at Cineworld, we obviously have a load of film fans, who really love going to the movies. We always like to ask people, what's your favourite thing about going to the movies?
Escaping the world, maybe. You know, sitting in a dark room with strangers on a mission together.
A lot of people really love to just escape from the world.
I think so, yeah. I used to love when, you know, especially when I first started out, like a matinee, or I'm working on some part and I'm like, oh, and De Niro's Mean Streets is out, and I sit in there and watch him. I'm like, oh man, I got work to do, you know. But just loving what I was doing at the time, and like I said, escaping.
And the only disappointment in it for me is that I only get to do it once.
Yeah.